Lightsabers hum, they light up the night. Pete and Nick keep the galaxy bright. From Tatooine sands to indoor trees, they're bringing the news with galactic ease. ATGLive, we're blasting away, talking Star Wars every Thursday. Interviews, opinions, and all the lore. Hop on the Falcon, they're opening the door. From Vader's breath to Grogu's charms, theories and chats, they keep us disarmed. Around the galaxy tonight, Chris and Kelsey keeping it tight. They're breaking news like a Death Star blast, taking your calls and reading your chats. The greatest guests and what you need to know. Pete and Nick lead the Star Wars show. ATGLive, we're blasting away, talking Star Wars every Thursday. Interviews, opinions, and all the lore. Hop on the Falcon, they're opening the door.
We're home.
Well, welcome to ATGLive, your Thursday night home for all things Star Wars. Nick, I like this. Hi. How's it going?
Hello, my friend.
How
All
are
of
you?
my friends, everyone who's hanging out and watching. Happy Thursday.
Yes, it is Thursday, and we are here, and we are hanging out, and we're talking Star Wars, and you know, it's been such a bizarre world, and all kinds of things going on in people's lives. It's good to know that Thursday night is still that place where you can grab a beer, you can grab a shot of whiskey, or you know, Diet Coke, whatever you're into, and just
Whole
hang
bottle.
out and talk about Star Wars. Nick,
Yes, sir.
what do you what's exciting you about Star Wars lately?
Tonight, to be perfectly honest, having this show tonight, hanging out. We've got an amazing friend, Brian Fry, is going to be here to hang out with us.
Yes,
We're going to play some Gen X Star Wars trivia. I'm excited for Kelsey to both run the game and roast us about being old people.
Yeah.
And for those of you watching at home, our dear dedicated listeners, watchers, followers, things look a little bit weird right now. Everything on my computer stopped working about 15 minutes ago, and I haven't been able to get it to start. So I'm on a different camera. I'm on a smaller screen. I don't have my regular microphone. So the thing is, we're here, and that's kind of what you said. We're here, and we're going to have fun, and I'm excited about it. But yeah, everything's on fire tonight, but that's all right.
It's all right. Well, you know, you're recovering from it extremely well. The only thing I would have noticed was the angle. I would have been like, I don't think I've seen that part of the
That's
studio
right.
before.
This is we're shifted just this way. And
Sorry, if it makes you feel better here, I'll move mine just a
hey,
little
but you
bit.
know what I've decided? Let me get the other way. I've got this 3PO standing behind me.
Yeah.
This is my answer to Kelsey's Emmy that she puts behind her all the time. I can see it in her background right now. This
Right.
is my Star Wars Emmy. It's my C-3PO just hanging out right there.
Nice. Very nice. Well, we have a real, as you said, we have a great show tonight. We, you know, it's that weird sort of time of year. People are on vacation. People are doing all kinds of things. And so, first of all, we do need to say Brian came in like a rock star, last second call and was just ready to go. Cause unfortunately, Chris had some plans tonight, which is awesome, but we're so happy that Brian's here because we're going to be doing our news game a little bit later. And as Nick said, we're going to be playing some Star Wars trivia. I want to mention real quick, we have new merch. We have a new merch store. So if you go to the sswnetwork.com and you click the merchandise thing, you're going to find fewer shirts, but better quality, better played out. So this is our new original shill shirt. On your left arm, you get the SSWN logo, and on the back, I don't know if you can see it, you got all of our shows hanging out there on the back. So that's just one of the shows. We have the brand new I have Weird Space Friends Everywhere shirt and a mug and all kinds of stuff. So head on over there, and we'd love it if you check that out, and or maybe become a patron and maybe get some free stuff as a result.
Absolutely. And I'm going to have to catch up with where we are in the show. Oh, wait, I'm here to welcome Kelsey. We mentioned her earlier. We talked about the competition. I want to do one thing before I bring Kelsey. Actually, I'll bring Kelsey in. That's fine.
Yeah.
Kelsey, our lovely producer, is here, as always, keeping us on track, making sure. Kelsey, I'm going to blame this on you. I mean, we knew that was going to happen. You're the producer. You're the producer. You're supposed to make sure I don't look like an idiot. It's not your fault.
Oh, whoa. I didn't realize that I was supposed to teleport there, fix your cameras, and then, put on some makeup so that you look less old tonight. My bad. And well
well,
what?
Listen, Tupac, take it easy.
It's those glasses. Those glasses are blocking the beauty that you're looking at right now.
No, that's so funny.
I love to kid, and I love that you're here. Thank you for being here as always and keeping us going. I will say, and I'm going to drop Kelsey out for one hot second and bring her right back. You were talking about the different angle, and this occurred to me right here over my left shoulder, reverse camera. We have this little drawing you can see on the thing that I did during a family art session with my kids a couple of years ago. I call him Ziggy Stormdust. I actually have some nice Ziggy Stormdust stickers that I had made a while back. I have a bunch of these. So here's what I'm telling our friends that are watching tonight.
Yes.
Shoot us an email at streamingstarwars77@gmail.com. Send me your name and email address. If you would like a Ziggy Stormdust sticker, I would be glad to mail you one. I have an entire stack of them hanging out, truly, literally right here.
Holy cow.
Somebody running a deal, 50 stickers for like $3. And I went, yeah, I need to do that. So if you like David Bowie, if you like Star Wars, that certainly means you're part of our target audience. But I don't know, because I'm in a different angle, it showed up on the screen. So if anybody wants the sticker, send it an email, streamingstarwars77@gmail.com.
You know what my favorite part about that email address is? I didn't even know we had it. See?
Surprise.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Had it for a while, but you know what?
Send it
Professionals here.
Well, hey, look, no, we're the talent. We don't need to know about things like
true.
email addresses.
You know what? Fair. You know what? Let me wrangle you better next time.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
No, we're done blaming Kelsey. I took that on, and then I've pushed that off. So at this point, it's all my fault. Whatever else happens tonight.
Oh man. So before we do the toast, I want to show everybody my new mug for my birthday, which was last week. My dad actually got me this super cool pint glass. Wait a second. And it says Guinness Obi-Wan Kenobi on it. But what makes it, my dad was like, no, you got to keep looking. I was like, oh, look, there's coasters that come with it. But the second coaster is that. And the third one is that.
Oh,
the James Arnold Taylor one. So I thought that was pretty darn cool. So I'm excited to drink tonight. So,
well done to Randy on a solid birthday present.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was quite a nice surprise. So
beer lovers unite. Let's go.
That's right. Guinness lovers unite. Both Alec and the beer. I mean,
that's right.
Go. You know, I went on a whole thing about Guinness a couple weeks ago. So
yep, it all is coming together. See,
they do have like some of the best advertising.
This is true.
Cool.
They do. There's a great book. If anybody wants it, there's a book I read years ago. It's called Of God and Guinness. And it's about the history of the Guinness family and the beer and everything they did and how like they created this social structure within their company that literally like not only were there the people that worked there, but like they built housing for them and they taught them because there were so many poor rural Irish folks who needed help socially. And so they taught them how to cook and clean and keep house. And it was a very people-centric company, which was amazing. But they also talk exactly what you're talking about, Kelsey, like the marketing that they did. Everybody knows the toucan, those old like 50s
or
and 60s.
The turtle. Yeah, the turtle's pretty cool.
But that was all they did. Like they didn't put money in advertising. They didn't put money other than like they found this one thing that stuck and they just went with it. And so it's a really fascinating book. If anybody's interested in the history of the Guinness Corporation and beer, I highly recommend it.
Awesome. Well, let's desecrate some beers because it is
destroy this nonsense.
It is what is it? July
Jar Binks.
July Jar Binks. Yes.
July Jar Binks. We have to get it right or we have to pay the price. This is our weekly toast. It is typically involving an action figure. Pete is actually playing the game right for the first time.
I think it's the first time ever.
I know it's odd. Like I decided to refrain from July, and like suddenly he's back on it. So all right.
And as we mentioned last week, I do not have a Jar Jar Binks action figure. I have had a crazy week and have not had the opportunity to source one. So, in honor of it being Jar Jar, I do have my 2 miniature mason jars once again for my chug. So this is 1 beer and 2 of the small mason jars. So it is a Jar Jar chug. Our toast tonight is simply going out to our friends and our family. And that's a very easy one. It's a very whatever. In the times when life is crazy, things in the world feel like they're on fire. A lot of us have a lot of things going on in our families, dealing with health, dealing with family situations. Just life is crazy. And the thing that we count on, a thing that I count on for sure, is my friends, my family. Not only my actual friends and family, my found Star Wars friends and family, my weird space friends. Brian's got the shirt on tonight. So my toast tonight simply goes to all of you who support me, all of you who support each other, especially in this Star Wars community. I can't think of a better place to be on a Thursday night than hanging out, talking some Star Wars, and knowing we are all here supporting each other. So I'm going to raise my glass. I know one of my lovely compatriots has our July Jar Binks video ready to go.
I'm ready to go. Here we go. Ooh. Here we go.
Cheers and happy Star Wars.
Joey, we win the money. Nigga, thinks me broke me bum that spine.
He did it again.
I think you actually beat him because of the double glass
Oh
thing.
no, I didn't beat. I still have half a glass. I don't.
Oh wow! Oh, you tricked me.
I'm a big wussy when it comes to
so
that
let me bring something to that table just for a hot second, because this is what we do here. In the car this afternoon, got off work, had a bunch of errands to run, picked all my various kids up from all over town where they've been spread out all week. And in the car, they were talking about what's going on tonight, what's, this and that. And I said, well, I've got my show. And somebody goes, what's the toast this month? Because, they're in it. My kids get it. And I said, it's July Jar Binks. And I said, I still don't have a figure, but I have the 2 jars like I did last week. My 9-year-old, Pete, I'm sorry, my 9-year-old, unprompted from the back seat went, and Pete's not going to finish his anyhow.
Oh, man.
They called you out.
I don't know. I don't know if I don't even know how to react to that. So no. I'm not going to react to it.
It's all right. It's all right. We won't judge you here. Again, if anyone needs to be judged, it should probably be like 10-year-old me who dressed up like Jar Jar, like after seeing the prequels. So.
Oh, no, that's good.
No, it's not. No. Of all the characters that I could have picked as a child, I dressed as JarJar. Like,
it is interesting that you didn't pick
that child needed to be put down.
Like it wasn't Padme or anything. That's interesting.
No. My female neighbor dressed as Padme, and I was like, you know what, Jar Jar.
Hey, well, but here's the thing, and that leads into, I think, Pete, you sent me the video. I don't know if Kelsey, you saw it. I sent it to the people that live in my house because I'm a huge Ed Sheeran fan. But there was a video. Ed Sheeran was on a podcast in the last day or two. Yeah, when he talked about how much he loves the Phantom Menace, and in the video he said, "And I love Jar Jar Binks." And I mean, first of all, Galaxy, Universe, whoever, Ed Sheeran, please come be on this podcast. First of all, my wife will expire in real time in front of you. But Ed Sheeran loves the Phantom Menace and he loves Jar Jar. And it just added to the million reasons why I love that man, his music. And I think he's one of the most incredibly talented working artists in the world today. Said it. Sorry.
Have you heard Jack White before? Like, what are you doing? Like,
Jack White's so you're talented also, but
okay. No, I know, but like, I just was like I thought you had good taste in music for a second. I'm like,
oh man. See, this is why Kelsey and I are friends, because Jackson, my son's actually named after Jack White. So
oh hell yeah.
There we go.
Okay,
all right.
You know what? See, like Pete's now my favorite. Sorry.
Yes. I did it.
I'm still trying to recover from that solo conversation a couple weeks ago, but we don't have to bring that up again. I already tried to ruin it earlier today with soccer talk, but what we really need to do is we need to get to a commercial break because we need to see who's good at Gen X trivia because we have an amazing guest hanging out ready to join us. So, Pete, if it's okay with you, I think when we come back, it will be time for more Gen X Star Wars trivia and some more ATG Live.
Yep. Welcome back to ATG Live, your Thursday night home for all things Star Wars. I think just like Force ghosts in the equipment tonight because I just got like a weird echo that nobody heard but me, so that's okay. We are back. Tonight is Gen X trivia. We are going to be seeing, and I feel targeted because I just turned 55 last week, and trivia requires memory. And as an old senior citizen right now, who thanks to Brian Fantasy, I now know I can get discounts at hotels, restaurants, and car rentals. I'm very excited about that, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do so great at trivia. I never do, but I'm excited to do it. There's Brian. Let's bring him in. Say hello to Mr. Fry. Oh,
there he is.
Hey.
Hello, fellow Gen Xers.
What is happening, man?
I have my progressive lens glasses. I took some pain meds for my back. I am ill prepared for trivia, but I'm ready for at least some comfort doing it.
Hey.
Yeah, some hangout, right?
That's right. Quality hang time.
I don't have a July jar.
Ooh,
look at that.
But
Captain
I do have Captain Tarples, so cheers.
Well done. Very well done.
That is excellent. So, Brian, I hear you're using this as a warm-up for another trivia game. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. The In a Galaxy gang, they're doing their, they do Epic Confrontation, but they're doing their hyperspace gauntlets again, which Holly and I are both doing. My money's on her. But I'll go in for a round. I'm sure I'll last a round, maybe half a round.
Well, I'm like I was saying before, like I literally I suck at Star Wars trivia. I know a lot of Star Wars, but when pressure's on, I tend to bomb. So why don't we do this? Why don't we just get things started? Let's let Kelsey run that intro, and then we'll be in the game show studio and we can talk about how we're going to play this crazy thing. So let it rip, Kelsey.
Hey everybody, let's get ready for three old guys stumbling their way through Star Wars trivia here on Around the Galaxy. Hopefully they all took their meds this morning. It's time for Gen X Trivia!
Well, here we are. We did it. And Kelsey, how are you?
Well, doing a little bit better since the last commercial break. I don't know what's going on. Like, did you curse like the equipment tonight, or is this just like it's running old for Gen X?
Yeah.
That's the issue?
Now,
okay.
I need to know if we're going to be dissing Gen X, like what generation Kelsey belongs to.
Would you like to guess? I'm a millennial.
You're a millennial.
Yes.
Fingers.
Yeah, no, but I would like to consider myself an elder millennial. Like, I don't know. I tend to like be into things that are not normal to my generation. So
I will 100% allow it because she has been putting up with us for at least the last 6 months now.
Okay, but like here's the thing. I'm a millennial. Look at my favorite Bond. Look at my favorite Bond. Yeah,
Yep.
like I feel like I skew a little bit old, like in my age range, so that's okay.
Millennials are known for their empathy and taking pity on older folks.
Well, yeah, no, I still remember what a floppy disk is, so that's okay. Like, yeah, like it's like, you know what, like I've got like some like older things that like I can tie myself to.
Nice. Okay, so
All
how
right,
do we play this game? Let's who's going to
Okay,
tell us
yeah.
the
So
rules?
like I don't know if any of you have ever played like bar rated trivia or anything like that, but basically I'm going to be asking 5 questions, but I'll be asking them one at a time. And each one, so basically you'll get 5 questions at a time. You have to rank which one you feel confident with and sort, like I'm going to give that one 5 points or 1 point. So you're allowed to, like, basically on your 1 through 5, put your answer. Like, I'm very confident in this one. This is going to be 5 points. Less confident will be 1 point. So does that make
And
sense?
you have to have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for all 5
Correct.
questions.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You can't
Yeah.
list 2 of them as 5. You have to use each one.
Yeah, and I mean, I would kind of prefer that you call out like which one you're allotting it to as you're writing it down. But
Okay.
if you want to just erase one at the last minute and switch it, like I won't know because I can't see. This is
Honesty is the best policy.
Yeah, this is going to be a trust system right here, right now. So, whenever you guys are ready, like, you guys all have your whiteboards ready?
Yes.
All right, so we got 1 through 5. All right,
Okay.
so
we're not sharing the answer until the end. We're going to do question 1, write it
yeah,
down.
I'll do the questions. You
right.
can basically, you can banter, you can shout out if you're feeling like confident about one, anything like that.
And no looking at the comments because I know these guys are going to know much more
Yeah,
than us.
no, like I hope these people aren't like helping you guys out. Like I'm not even looking at them right now because I'm just ultra focused. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know that I like that comment. I don't want to be a cool nurse. Like, like no, I'm like a super dope producer. Like, come on, like don't take me out of Hollywood and put me in a nursing home. That's crazy. Like,
So we do need, before we get started, I'm sorry to interrupt. We do need to point out what's at stake here. I mean, obviously, just solid Gen X trivia knowledge is important.
Right.
But last year at some point, we had a trivia night where it was me versus Pete, and it played into our baseball bet, and it kind of destroyed the whole baseball bet because nobody, like, I won trivia, but his team won. And so really it was a wash and nobody owed anything because we played for credit. But the actual trophy is this really fancy Death Star.
Ooh.
It came from Temu. If you open it up, it's the Death Star with the Millennium Falcon in it. If you wind it up, it plays, I think, the Star Wars theme.
Okay.
So
are you talking about like off-brand Star Wars theme, or like do we actually get like the John Williams
version? I don't know if it'll help to try and.
And you can use it to hypnotize friends and family.
Ooh,
here we go. That's right.
Only the best prizes here on Around the Galaxy. Okay.
It's not great, but
hey, you know what? It's the thought that counts.
Yeah, no, like tiny bit creepy, tonight, but that's okay.
It's to
worth every penny.
Worth every penny.
It's like your WWE wrestling belt that you can wear with like a vest and a smoking jacket.
Sure. I was looking for the perfect accessory because I'm doing that so regularly.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Oh my goodness!
Awesome.
All right,
let's get this you guys ready?
Started. Yes.
Okay. All right. So here's the first question, first round.
Wait, how many rounds? How many? 5 questions. How many rounds are we doing? 3?
Well, I have 4 rounds. It depends on timing. Like if you guys are like breezing through these, then you know. So let's just kind of like see how we're doing.
All right.
And I will say that like I think like first round I tried to keep it like a little bit easier. So it gets significantly harder.
Okay. Nice.
All right. So first question. Who is the first character to speak in Star Wars film A New Hope? Is anyone feeling confident in giving this a 5?
That's a 5 for me.
My 5.
Ooh, all right.
Yep.
All right, we got 2 5s. All right. I didn't play the thing. I'm supposed to be playing that, but like I feel like two of you like answered so quickly that like I just feel like I have to move on to the next one.
You ready, Brian?
Sure. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
all right. So question 2: Cloud City, the mining colony run by Lando Calrissian, specialize in what resource?
I'm putting that down as number 4 for me.
This is also my number 4. And,
all right. So it seems like
can we talk about spelling for a minute? Like, if you can recognize,
just
know what I'm talking about, are we going to be okay?
If it's phonetically right, I say it's right.
I say it's okay.
Oh yeah, no. Like I wasn't even worried about like spelling or anything. I just as if you have the question right, because there's at least one question I have in here where I'm like, there's an extra point if you get something right. So
okay.
Yeah. So
Nice.
all right. So since you guys are all through that one, question 3: Which country were the Hoth sequences filmed in?
Hold on.
I'm going to call that 2 points. I'm going for 2 points on that one. Yeah.
I just realized that it like basically went halfway through that, so that's okay.
So you have a couple more.
Yeah, I'm going with a 2 on that one also, Pete.
Okay. Brian, how many points are you putting on that one?
I'm 1 is most confident, right?
No, 5 is most confident.
5.
I'm
5 points
all the way.
Ooh.
All right. Okay, so we got 2 more questions. So, like, I feel like we've got like a couple 5s and a couple 4s on that. So, like, all right, we got 4 and 5 left in this round. What did Luke Skywalker use to distract Darth Vader during their duel in Empire Strikes Back? Ooh, I saw a couple of puzzled faces. I hope
this is my one. I'll tell you right now.
All right,
that's my 1. I'm putting that down as 1.
Interesting. Okay. I didn't expect this one to be the difficult one in the round. But
I feel like there's a couple of answers. Like, I feel like this could go a couple of ways.
So Brian, just FYI, it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 total. So one question will be 5, one will be 4, one will be 3, one will be 2, one will be 1, and you can do it whenever you want.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like, I will give him time to like restructure just in case. Like, I did not explain that very well. that might have been a my bad. I will take that as the producer. I might have fucked up.
We're good.
Bad. All right.
Moving
so
on.
like final one in the first round. Like this is supposed to be the gimme round. I hope that like
no, it's only been one tough one that I'm sure I did not get. So
no, this is good.
Okay. Final question in the gimme round. All right. So what was the original title of Return of the Jedi used in a teaser trailer in 1982? I saw a couple of like scribbling immediately, so this might have also been a gimme in the gimme round.
This
Feeling
is
good about this.
1, 2. Let me make sure. 1, 2. 3,
that's my 3. Yeah.
All right. As soon as you guys are ready, I'm gonna end this, and then we can reveal our first round.
I'm just gonna dance till
scores.
It tells me to
I know
stop.
we got some jams here. All right. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay, so first round, we can tally up these scores. All right, so we've got. Oh, okay.
Why am I reversed?
All right, so first 3 are all right. So did anyone have an exhaust tube for 4?
They have hose and smoke. And
Yeah, no, you know what?
Yeah,
I will take those. I will take those. Those are both right.
I had karaoke because I had no answer, so figured maybe Luke sang a song.
All right, so like we almost have perfect scores there, and then Revenge of the Jedi. Yep. Okay, so basically perfect scores from 2 of our participants. Karaoke, man, karaoke. Yeah. Dude, this is the gimme round karaoke.
Ryan,
I couldn't even think of. But
God.
As soon as I saw that on there, I was like, "Oh, that's right. He puts the hose on."
Yeah, no, like he like the exhaust tube sprays the gas, and it's God, karaoke.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Well, okay. So we've got 2 perfect scores. Pete's a little bit behind based on karaoke.
So what's a perfect score? 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 3 is 12, plus 2 is 14. 15. So 15. So 14, 15, 15.
Yeah. I'm gonna add up. So we got 15.
How does the ranking match up with points?
So if you get your number 5 right, you get 5 points. If you get your number 4 right, you get 4 points.
Okay.
Your 3, you're through. Yeah.
So your karaoke was 1 point.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So I only lost 1 point.
Yeah, he didn't get any points for karaoke. So out of 15, he only.
That was a loser answer.
No, style points.
All right, you guys ready for round 2?
Yes.
This one hopefully is a little bit more difficult. All right. So, which ship did Han Solo and his crew of rebels use to infiltrate the Forest Moon of Endor in order to destroy the Empire's shield generator?
This is a 5.
Yeah, I'm going to put mine as a 5 too.
Except now I'm thinking about spelling.
I'm not going to rank mine until we're done, and then I'll retro.
I will say this one. Are you naming the actual ship or what type?
I'm naming the actual ship.
I'm naming the ship.
All right.
Naming the ship.
Cool. All right.
What's spoken on screen? This is
yes.
Okay. Perfect. All right. I'm hoping this one's
just a reminder to the competitors: don't look at the chat, especially if you have it up on your StreamYard screen. Chris Ryans, who is returning from his adventure out tonight, is
Chris. No.
I have no. Chat. Chat, I love you. I want to interact with you, but I've closed it so that I don't get spoiled or get
disappointed.
Oh my goodness! Wait, are you guys seeing this stuff?
I didn't see it.
I've closed it down. I do not.
I had already written.
All right, we're gonna do Boy Scouts on or whatever.
I wouldn't have written karaoke if I was looking at the
chat. You know what? Fair. All right. Oh next question: what is the name of Luke Skywalker's aunt? Full name.
This is a 4. Unless there's something I'm missing here, this is a 4.
Should be.
Smith.
I mean, it's Tatooine. There's probably a bunch.
I know.
Actually,
I'm like,
Antilles is the Star Wars equivalent, right?
That's right, because we've got a captain, we've got a wedge.
All right, I'm going to put it at 2. I'm pretty confident, but I'm worried that I might have. This might be a trick question, so I'll put mine down as 2.
All right. So this question, I will give an extra 2 points if someone names the dog. What type of dog? Well, basically, okay. You'll hear it. You'll hear it. What type of dog was the inspiration for Chewbacca, according to George Lucas? Extra 2 points if you name his dog.
Right, this is a 3. Gosh, the name is I think I know. I don't think this is right, but I'm writing it.
All right, I'm going to put that as 1.
That was my 3.
Yeah.
For the main part of the question, that's my 3. The name for the bonus points is where I'm uncertain.
All right, seems like you guys are ready. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So next question in this round. Princess Leia tells Grand Moff Tarkin the Rebel base is located on what planet?
Got it. This is a 2 as I work my way down the list.
It's a 4 for me.
So far in this round, I am 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. I do have faith that I get more difficult. I don't know. I was trying to I didn't know who we're having as our third guest, and I didn't want to scare anyone off. You know?
I know I'll be terrible. You wouldn't have scared me.
All right. Okay, so last question in this round. This one I am going to say that I prefer to have the character's name.
Okay.
So, how did Luke manage to get into Jabba's palace?
How did Luke?
Ignore that because I realized it restarts. Like,
oh shit!
Oh! Hold on! Oh my God! What's his name?
I know it's killing me.
Oh my gosh!
I'll just
leave
it again. We got this. We're good.
I'm not gonna get it because I'm not gonna have the name. But I'm gonna write something. We'll see what happens.
Karaoke.
All right, we're ready. We're ready. Except for Nick.
Ready.
Yeah,
okay.
we're ready.
All right. So, all right. So, 6.
That's the thing I was worried about.
Oh my goodness! Yes. Wow. Okay. Number 1. Hell yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. Looks like 2's all good. 3.
Wait a second. Is it? He got Beru White Sun, which is her.
No, it's Lars. It's for sure Lars, but
she was Beru White. That was what I was trying to think of.
That's a deep cut, so I'm gonna allow that. Yeah,
she's gonna allow that one. Okay, good.
Damn straight, you're gonna allow that.
Holy shit! But like the Malibu and Indiana, like okay. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to look at yours, Pete. Like,
I got a Husky, so I didn't get the points, but I got the bonus points, so I got 2 points for that one.
Okay, yeah, you got 2 because it's definitely the Malamute. And then Dantooine. Yep, that is correct. And then
Bib Fortuna is what I couldn't come up with. I said Mind Trick, Head Tails.
Yeah, Bib Fortuna. Yeah, so Jedi Mind Trick on Bib Fortuna. It was the last one there.
Delana
yeah. All right. So how many points? Does anyone want to help me out?
So Nick
there?
gets 14 points.
All right.
I didn't get the name,
2.
so I'm off.
Wait, what's the dog's name was Indiana, right? So
it was Indiana. Yes.
So he gets 16 points for Nick.
16.
Yep.
17 for Brian.
Okay.
And I have 16.
All right. Doing some quick maths. You said Nick had 16, 31. All right. And then 17 for Brian. Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Hold on. Actually, can I take one quick moment of personal privilege?
You could, maybe.
My 9-year-old is sitting just off camera to my left, playing along with us and writing her answers down. This is what we wrote down for number 1, Circle Point.
Okay.
Number 2, Sky.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Number 3, Pitbull Lars, which is kind of incredible. Number 4, Let In by Stormtrooper. Number 5, Tatooine.
Okay.
Okay. We like it.
We love it.
Yeah, no, like that's you should be proud. You should be proud. Pete, what did you say your points were at?
I had 16.
All right.
So I'm in 3rd place. All right. So are we going to go 3 rounds or 4? I think, you know what? I say maybe
might as well go through it.
Let's go 4 rounds. And even if we want to skip the news tonight, we can do that because you know what? It's been that kind of week. So we'll have some fun.
I think we'll be all right.
He needs every chance he can get.
I'm like
going through these pretty quick.
And I did get a text from Chris. He's going to try and get here in time to do the news, so we might be able to just knock it all out and have some fun. So
why not?
Let's do all the next 2 rounds.
All right, cool. All right, so next round. How many forms of communication is C-3PO fluent in?
This is I think I know, but the confidence is where I'm hesitating.
You guys have been doing pretty well. Like, I mean, I did.
This is my 3-pointer.
I ran a Gen Xer through this last night, and you guys are doing better. But I kind of figured you would. Like, I would hope so. Since
did that Gen Xer have a Star Wars podcast?
No.
Not.
So like, I was really hoping that you guys would do better.
He was like, I don't have time for this because I have a life.
No. This person was like, these are kind of hard, and like, wow. But I didn't think they were that hard, and I was like, I might be a nerd. So
might be.
Again, that's why.
Hey.
That's why you're with us.
Yeah. All right, you guys ready? Next one.
Yes.
What model of aircraft did Luke use to bullseye womp rats?
That's my 5.
Yeah.
Oh, I would hope so. Okay, everyone seemed very confident there. All right.
Yeah, we pulled that one. Right.
Okay, you know what made me laugh? Because that one really tripped this person up last night. And I was like, oh, really? Okay. I thought that was an easy, a gimme. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turns out it was.
All right. So, who was Luke Skywalker's gunner during the Battle of Hoth?
Yep.
Do we need first and last name?
I won't
Ooh.
I won't make you do first and last, but
Yeah,
just pride points, it's like if you're like actually a Star Wars person.
Yeah, put it on there, Pete, if you know
Were
it.
you even Star Wars, bro?
I'm kind of. I can't really remember it. I'm having. All right, I'm gonna make that my number 3 since I don't need the last name. But man, I can't remember it though. Okay.
All right. Okay, so next one. What species is Greedo?
This is what the?
We're only in a house full of Greedos.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Holly has a species obsession on that one, I think.
I don't blame her. She's got great taste and she makes funny jokes.
McClunky.
That's ridiculous.
All right.
Okay.
Last one in this round. What did Owen Lars tell Luke about his father?
Oh. All right, I'm changing up the orders on.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing some thinking on this one.
Yep.
All right. Okay,
I'm making that a
was the
number
last
3.
one in that round. How are we feeling, you guys?
This one
Pretty
hurt.
good.
This one hurt. I feel pretty good.
Okay.
But the Greedo question hurts because it's a straight up brain fart mental block.
Oh no!
Could not come up with it.
All right. So 11. The answer is over 6 million.
I said 6,000,
Yeah.
so I get one
6,000.
wrong. Yeah, I know.
More zeros, sir. What on earth? You got the 6 and then
I
left
know.
out. Oh wait, hold on.
I'm
You guys
over
on.
6,000. Yeah, that's dumb. You're right.
Do we not give him the points?
No, I don't get points for that because
Okay.
I effed it up.
All right.
T16 we all got.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. T16 was right.
Skyhopper,
Dak Ralter.
Yeah.
Dak Ralter. Dak.
Ralter, that's it. Okay,
Yep. So Hope. No.
Hobby.
Wrong.
Hobby was another one.
Yep.
Yep.
Rodian for Greedo.
Yep.
Yep. And then he was a navigator on a spice freighter.
Ooh, so hold on.
Ooh, okay,
I need the spice part.
Pete
Yeah,
says
look,
and Brian
this
says
one
spice
could
runner.
be like open to interpretation. So
Navigator
how are we
and
feeling?
spice freighter.
You're the judge.
Okay. So I'm seeing.
I say no.
Spice Freighter.
Yeah,
No?
we should get it because navigator on a spice freighter is actually what he says. I said captain, so that's wrong. And you said spice runner, so that's wrong. So
It's close. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna be like sticklers here.
yeah, I
All
think
right.
we are.
Yeah.
All right.
So I only have 12 points that round.
Okay. All right.
And
I got 11.
11 for Nick and 14 for Brian.
All right. So
I thought I was so smart with the captain on the spice runner, spice freighter, but no,
wait, how many did Brian get? One more.
he got them all. No, 14 because he
14.
got.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I think it's funny that Owen Lars was like, you know what, your dad. Yeah, you know what's not as bad as being Darth Vader? Being a freaking criminal.
Well, yeah, no, it's just like it's funny, like the amount of times like Luke was lied to as a child, and it's like, yeah, no wonder he didn't like trust anything.
Luke,
like
the poster
I
child.
don't either.
Spice commerce is probably a legitimate business, but then you get people like Jabba getting Han to haul like bootleg spice.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but spice, I don't know, like I feel like is like I don't know, like the way that they describe it, it's like almost like the cocaine of the galaxy. I don't know that that's like
That's Dune.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
yeah, but like I
But even
don't
in
know.
Dune, there was a legitimate use of spice. But
all right, sure.
this conversation's about to get weird.
Spice Freighter, I think, is.
It's like,
Freighter's
are
a little
we
more
talking about-
respectable than Spice Runner?
All right.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
Yes, and I am a respectable weed farmer. All right. Just kidding. Okay, so all right, last round.
Last round.
Guys.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
42, 42, 46. Me and Nick are tied. Brian is about to run away with it.
Ending lead.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's see.
Anything can
I
happen.
think,
Kelsey.
okay. So last round. Who freed Princess Leia from her chains at Jabba's palace?
This is my 5-pointer.
I would hope so. Everyone ready? All right. Who first and most famously played the part of Chewbacca?
Taking a big swing on this one.
Like only Chewbacca could.
Like I could with those big long arms. I'm really swinging and putting this forward that this isn't a trick question.
All right. How many Imperial officers did Darth Vader discipline with a force choke during Empire Strikes Back? So
to specify.
During Empire Strikes Back, how many?
All right, I'm gonna guess.
This is going to be my number one because I'm just dipping it out there.
All right. Feeling good?
No.
No. Sorry. No, you know that one, like I had to go back through and I was scrubbing through the movies. I was like making sure I didn't get that one wrong. So that one, I felt like it had to be very specific. All right. What was Luke Skywalker's call sign during the Battle of Yavin?
It's going to be a 3 for me. Because I only have 3 and 2 left.
Okay. I will say for the last question, I will require the entire name.
Okay.
Well, no, I just because last night someone gave me a partial answer and I was like, nah, not acceptable. Didn't like it.
And Fortuna.
All right. So, who was the Kowakian who worked as Jabba's court jester?
Okay.
Oh. That's my 2 only because that's all that's left.
That's what I have left. Same.
All right.
Okay. See
Is
how we
everyone
did.
ready? All right. So the answer to the first one is R2.
R2.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Good. Okay. Yeah. We got Peter Mayhew. And then, 2 was the answer. Yeah. We got 2 chokes. We got 3 on Pete. I'm so sorry, man.
That's all right.
All right. Does anyone have red 5?
Dang
Not
it.
Nick. Nick's got red 4.
I hesitated.
Red 5s. And then Salacious B. Crumb. Let's go.
Yes, you need the B.
Yes.
All right.
Now,
So
is that an initial B? And you said you wanted the full name?
Yes, I wanted the B. Crumb. Yes.
Salacious Baxter Crumb.
Yeah,
Baxter,
well, no,
okay.
I just got salacious as the answer, and I was like, that's not it. No. All right.
So Nick,
13.
you got 13. I got 15, 14.
Okay,
And
does
we
that
have-
mean
And
Pete, did you
15 for Brian. No, 15 for Brian.
Brian
Brian
kicked your ass? Okay,
61 points for Brian.
good. Okay.
Am I also the eldest Gen X person here?
Are you older than 55?
I am 56.
You win that too. Damn it. I can't win anything.
You know what?
So there's
What a
hope.
champion.
There's hope for our generation yet.
That's right. I mean, the fact that we didn't get too many wrong is pretty good.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
not completely gone.
right.
Look,
Right.
like I tried to keep them like manageable. I was like I almost went really deep into the lore, and then I was like, this is gonna be too much.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you guys did pretty well.
Yes. No, that was good.
I only did this because it was original trilogy focused. Like when you get into the books, and I love the Clone Wars, but I don't remember all those episodes.
No.
Wait, hold on. Do you know what this logo is?
That's Thrawn's ship.
That's the.
No, I wasn't asking you. I was asking him.
No,
I was asking him.
Shit, I thought it was a bonus question. I could still
No,
win.
no. Just because he said he didn't like the book stuff, you knew what that was. I've shown this on the podcast.
I know, but
books. I've read some of the books, but I don't have that knowledge locked away.
All right. Well, no, I just he was
so excited.
I know you were so bummed that you lost the trivia game, so you had to like jump on Brian's answer. I just wanted to know like how deep into the book lore he was going.
The next thing we have to look forward to, and I think we've done this the last 2 years, coming up at the end of August, we will have the Dragon Con trivia qualifier quiz.
Oh, geez, that's right.
We can all take and realize how much we don't know about anything.
Yeah, right. It's almost like we've never seen the movies before.
I'm pretty sure the best I've ever done in that is 23 out of 50. And I feel like I won the lottery at that point.
Oh, and that's just because I guessed the right letter around the
there's several guesses in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kelsey, I've got Heir to the Empire signed twice by Timothy Zahn. Once in I think the 80s when the paperback first came out.
Oh my gosh.
For fun, 15 years later, I was like, I'm sure you don't remember this, but here you signed it. Do you want to sign it again? And he's like, of course.
That's pretty
so
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. He plays a special role in my heart. I went to Michigan State and so did he. And he wrote my favorite character, which is Grand Admiral Thrawn. So I'm a very big fan, hoping to have him on the show kind of soon. I might be working on it. So
nice.
Hang on one.
Well, we're going to take a quick break and let's get the link over to Chris and we will come back and we'll do the news. And then we'll actually have our full 4 people talking news tonight. So let's take a real quick break. And when we come back, we'll be doing the news on ATG Live. Well, we are back on ATG Live, your Thursday night home for all things. Oh, there's the Timothy Zahn signed twice.
Oh my goodness.
That's awesome. I love that.
Pretty awesome. Yeah, no, I'm pretty jealous, not gonna lie. It's really cool.
That's really cool. Nick, did you get a hold of Chris?
Yeah, Chris is on his way. He will be with us in just a couple of minutes, which is awesome because it gives us a couple of minutes to talk to Brian, who is our guest tonight. And I have a couple of questions I want to throw his way.
Uh-oh.
Brian, you are these are all very easy, very low key, very easy. You are a dedicated Star Wars fan. I have been fortunate enough to get to spend a bunch of time with you. I've gotten to come to your house to see the amazing collection that is right behind you. In fact, I have visited Cabe's Oasis.
You've broken several glasses of
I have broken at least 2 glasses that have that logo on it. And Brian is so good that he sent me 2 more, one of which is wrapped up, never in a package. I mean, in a package, never to be opened, that says, "Don't open unless Nick is stupid." So I have a good one.
I did not write that.
No, I wrote that. But you and your lovely wife, Holly, who is one of the hosts of the Full of Sith podcast. She is also one of the hosts of Stuff You Missed in History Class, an incredible podcaster, incredible friend of ours.
And Criminalia.
That's right.
Yeah.
You guys have built a Star Wars bar in your house. It's called Cabe's Oasis. It's incredible. You've worked with the folks from Regal Robot. you guys have spent a bunch of time doing the Galactic Star Cruiser. You're dedicated regular Disney folks. Tell us a little bit about you and Holly's journey being Star Wars fans together. I think that's so special. Pete and I joke all the time, our wives don't care. They don't understand. They love us, and they love that we have these, hobbies and things that we're into. But tell us a little bit about some of the adventures that you guys have had being Star Wars fans together.
Well, just a few weeks ago, actually, in June, we had an amazing June. We went to San Francisco, visited Lucasfilm over there, but that was mainly for the Rancho Obi-Wan fundraiser for the Saga Museum project, which is very exciting. If you're a collector, if it's possible for you, you must make the pilgrimage to Rancho.
Yes.
If the fundraising goes through and they get this place built, I have no doubt it will be extraordinary. And definitely would go to that too. For sure. But Rancho is just amazing and kind of torturous because like very few things are behind glass.
Right.
You could walk up to the shelf. You can't. You're not allowed to. A docent will take something out and show it to you if you ask, but it's all right there, but you can't touch it. But it's like memorabilia. I think the Guinness Book of World Record holder for biggest like single memorabilia collection. So what they add from these other big time collectors, if and when the Saga Museum happens, is just going to be extraordinary. We got to do that, and then
you were also at the picnic, correct?
Yeah, we got invited to the Lucasfilm family picnic again this year at Skywalker Ranch, which was hot but wonderful. Sadly, not allowed to take pictures of who's there, of course.
Sure.
But you get to hang out, have some hot dogs and hamburgers, and we saw several friends of ours, and it's been a treat. We got to do it last year. Very lucky, blessed to do that. I had a great time.
Brian, I'm kind of curious, like at Rancho Obi-Wan, what was like your favorite piece of merchandise or like just memorabilia that you saw?
The original Kenner figures were prototyped up on these Fisher-Price figures, Adventure People, I think they were called. My sister and I had a couple of the sets, like 76, 75, something like that.
Yeah.
And they have those prototypes. So to see those familiar old figures done up as, this is what an Obi-Wan Kenobi would look like. This is what a Luke Skywalker would look like. That's the motocross driver. That's the guy from the ambulance.
Yes.
That's kind of crazy. I actually just saw like a very impressive like collection of Kenner dolls where they had like basically like 3 original package deep, like in like every character. And I just was curious like how long it even takes to like acquire some of that stuff. It seems pretty wild to me.
I have always been kind of a casual, like buy it at the store. Like I've got a lot of this is from when I was a kid. And then my wife and I have collected a lot since then. And I've done some eBay searching and some like toy show and dealer's room searching. But for the most part, I'm not like a hardcore collector that way. Most of this is off the shelf. But
so you don't have like one thing that you've been looking for years?
The Grail, the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
There have been a couple like that, and then these makers come along, set up their Etsy shops, and you can order custom figures. And like we didn't get a Therm scissor punch in the actual Kenner line, but these makers have done one up.
Oh my gosh!
Wow! Oh,
Holy
that looks
cow.
legit.
So much glare.
So good.
Well, no, it looks legit though. That's pretty nuts.
Here, one cool thing about this is that the blister, the bubble, is on Velcro, so you can take it off and take the figure out of the packaging.
Wow.
That,
Is that 3D
honestly,
printed?
yeah, that looks like something you could just buying the shelf. That's amazing.
The Gentle Giant does that with those big 12-inch figures they have. They have
those are hilarious. I love
they're
those.
so great. It's the vintage figures in a 12-inch format. They come with a card back, the bubble, and it's the same thing. It's removable. You can take it out. You can leave it in. Like, I love that there's that creativity out there for that kind of thing.
My favorites of those are the earliest because they literally just scale up the figures. So the rudimentary sculpting, the rudimentary paint job is lovingly preserved on these giant figures.
I mean, the amount of like detail like putting into like even painting some of those is kind of amazing. It goes to show like how much like Star Wars like fans care about this stuff. It's kind of awesome.
Yeah, we did a panel at last year's San Diego about how toy collecting has changed, and we talked a lot about the current customizers and 3D printers that you can get stuff from that Kenner or Hasbro have never bothered to do, or they didn't see like a profitability in it, so they never made it. But you know, the super nerds are like, oh my god, I want those background characters from the Cantina that they never made.
Well, and I love, you talked about those adventure figures, Adventure People, I think is what it's called. There's two great documentaries out there. There's the one on Netflix, The Toys That Made Us, and there's a whole Star Wars episode. But before Toys That Made Us, there was Plastic Galaxy, which I think is on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Both of those go into all of that history, the pre-order, the card, the thing that everybody got at Christmas time, the figure's going to be here, you know, 6 months from now. And it even has the story, I think it's about the Jawa, where the guy took his sock off before he went into the presentation meeting, and he cut it up and put it on as the Jawa robe. But they talk about those Adventure People figures, and it's going to be this. And so then you see that, and I love that with toys and collecting, like you factor it down the line, and at some point they took the Return of the Jedi stuff and they made it the Robin Hood Prince of Thieves stuff. You have the Gamorrean guards that become, you know, Little John or Friar Tuck or whoever it is. And the tower, I mean, the Ewok village becomes Little John, the house in the Sherwood Forest. Like,
right. Oh, that's funny.
Like little tiny funny things that connect along the way. And Kelsey, you're talking about Rancho Obi-Wan. Brian, I think for me, and I haven't been there, I'm fascinated by the bootlegs, and I'm fascinated by all the like the foreign country bootlegs. I'm fascinated by like, this is a Japanese thing. And that's part of what Rancho is. Talk a little bit about some of like those outside of the normal collecting range, you know, things that you've seen.
That is a fun section. They've got, I don't know, maybe a dozen or two. Well, like any museum, what you see is like 10% of what's actually like in the warehouse.
Right.
But they do have a shelf dedicated to some of those bootlegs, and some of them were intentionally made to like sell, and some are just like funny. Like they've got, you know, the blister card that's got ashes, and that's, you know, Owen Lars after the Stormtroopers, and like a little bag of rocks for Alderaan and stuff like that. But, yeah, the foreign bootlegs are really fascinating. You can't pronounce the names that are on the cards, but you know, that is a blue Hoth trooper for sure. That's
right. Like Chewbacca called like Harry Man or whatever, and it's just obviously Chewbacca from India somewhere, some bootleg. You know,
I do love. I think if there was a Holy Grail thing, if there's an answer for that, it would be more foreign packaging stuff. Like a very long time ago, I got some where, you know, everything was translated into the country of origin. But when I finally, just like, what was that, 6 years ago, finally did my first like international travel, I was excited to look in toy stores there to get a toy from, you know, Ireland, or a toy from France that had, you know, the French translation on it. But Star Wars had since become such an iconic thing, they didn't need to translate it for the packaging. Like if you're French and you see, you know, Star Wars written out in English, you still recognize it as Star Wars. It doesn't have to be translated. So I was kind of disappointed. I was like, oh, none of these have French on them.
I do have a Han Solo Power of the Force that's from France, and it's actually written in French.
That's cool.
So
that's
Yeah,
cool.
that's pretty awesome.
You're talking about some of the random things. Something you said reminded me of this. This is from Star Wars Celebration. I don't know if somebody can solo that for just a second. Remember Alderaan? This was somebody who was handing this out at Star Wars Celebration, and on the back it even says debris from Alderaan graveyard. And it's kind of like those Lego jokes where you see the one that's like, this is the Lego Razor Crest, and it's just a big bricks.
Yeah.
This is a piece of swag that somebody gave me at Celebration in Anaheim that I have held on to for exactly that, like, clever, same silly reason.
That's perfect.
It's so much.
Brian, I was curious, are you guys going to Comic-Con this year in San Diego?
No, it didn't work out.
I don't blame you. I was looking and I just noticed that all of the major studios dropped out. This is kind of wild for me because I grew up in Southern California. Like, I moved out here when I was about 10, and I've gone to Comic-Con pretty much every year I could, and I've never seen like this much disinterest in a San Diego Comic-Con.
I wonder why that is.
I'm not sure either. Like, I think part of it started with Disney started to move all of their properties to D23. But like the fact that the rest of the movie studios dropped out, like, kind of scared me. I was like, man, like, this used to be the coolest thing ever, and I'm sad about it this year.
On the other hand, maybe this means they'll actually focus on the comics part of Comic-Con.
You know what? I agree, and that's what drew me in originally. So yes, because I will say, right before I went to college, I was there the year that Twilight first became like a huge thing, and I'm not sure if any of you guys remember this, but so there were like a bunch of Twilight panels which didn't belong at San Diego Comic-Con, in my opinion. But a Twilight fan was running across the street chasing a limo and got hit by a car.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, it was terrible. And so like it made like Comic-Con weird for like a year or two, and I think like San Diego Comic-Con kind of became like a celebrity chasing event versus what it originally was there for. And so I hope that it kind of like almost like devolves back into what it used to be, because it's like more for the people that are there to enjoy the comics and the storylines and not just be there to look at celebrities.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's interesting because it does make me a little bit sad that like there's like almost like no interest, but I think it could like focus more on like some of the writing and stuff that like people used to go there for. So I don't know.
Wonder, is it some kind of perfect storm of timing? Because, as far as DC's concerned, Superman's out right now. There's not a lot going on. Marvel, they had whatchamadoodle that came out a month or so ago. I can't think of it.
Yeah, Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts, yeah. Like that,
I still haven't seen it.
I haven't, and Iron Heart is out. Like, so there's not really. I mean, Fantastic Four is really the only thing that's in front of it. Star Wars.
That's really only being marketing hard because of Pedro. They paid Pedro too much.
But as far as Star Wars and Lucasfilm goes, Andor is done. We don't, we have things that are down the road, movies, mall series, whatever. It's almost a perfect storm of like nobody really has a lot happening right now. And so I think you're right. It may be that studios went, we've got to put our energy other places. Let's go ahead and get these things finished. But it's also, I think the upside of it is exactly what you said. Make it more about the fans. Make it more about comics. Make it more about cosplay. Make it more about, any of those things that can make it more of a actual San Diego Comic-Con, not a San Diego Hollywood Con, I guess.
Yeah, and like I would say like probably the last year that I went, like I was just getting like merchandise like shoved into my knees, like because you couldn't move, and it's just like I just got hit in the like shin by a Lego case that weighed 50 pounds. Terrible. So it's like, yeah, no, I think like we're getting back to what we're about, so that's good. I think someone just popped in. Who?
Yeah,
I think we might be. How you doing, Chris?
Hey, we're gonna do it. Here,
he's out of breath.
Oh boy.
Oh God.
Woo!
Boy, it took me.
Okay, so
boy.
What I need
Straight from Krypton. Let's go.
what I
Straight
need
from
is
Metropolis, I am.
your
Yeah.
non-spoiler first reaction to Superman. As a DC guy, no spoilers. I'm going this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts?
All right, let me see if I can sum this up in a couple of words. Just a couple of words.
I was like waiting for like just the Pete and he's too flustered. Like, my goodness.
This is a man dedicated.
You know what? I've heard it's amazing. So look at this face. Look at this face.
That's not sweat. Those are tears.
I might be crying
did get emotional.
Heck yeah.
In this movie. As like Superman is my guy. And what they were able to what they did with this and like the start of this new DCU. I'm glad that the public at large is finally not like but they're finally seeing what I've been seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was great. Everyone killed it. This dude is Superman. And Nicholas Hoult as Lex, what a hater. He is it was amazing.
Awesome.
It was amazing. Please go see it as soon as you can.
Yeah, I will be I was going to go tomorrow night, but I can't. I'll be going Saturday, so I cannot wait. Like, and it's funny because my son is kind of like, I don't really want to see it, but I'm like, I have a feeling he's going to see it. And he's going to be like a Superman guy. So.
I would have grounded him immediately, and then and be like, you're going to see it, or you will never see the sun again. Something like that.
Something casual, kind of. Not too over the top. Not too over the top.
No.
Okay. Can I, as a young person, ask a question? How many of you guys are like Christopher Reeve guys?
Oh yeah.
All of you?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
yeah.
Well, no, I'm just like, so like, is this like the best iteration since?
Each one brings something, except for Dean Cain. Each one brings something unique and amazing to you.
Sorry.
No, earned legit.
Except Dean Cain. Dean Cain.
All right, perfect.
Never Dean Cain.
Hey, what if we hit some news? What if we played the news game?
Yes, let's play some news. Here we go.
Well, it's time to go around the galaxy again. Welcome to the segment where our producer, Kelsey, clearly the most powerful being in the galaxy, selects this week's most overhyped Star Wars news from our website and forces a panel of organic life forms to argue about it. Loudly. For points. That she gives out. However she wants. This makes no sense to me at all. This week's special guest will also join the chaos, pretending that their opinions matter, while Kelsey quietly calculates who lives, who dies, and who gets muted. And at the end, the so-called winner gets 60 seconds of uninterrupted airtime, because that's what this show needs. More talking. So, hold on to your motivator and brace for impact. This is Around the Galaxy. Do I have to say it? Do I really? Roger.
All right. Well, we are ready for another round of Around the Galaxy. We are joined, of course, as always, by Kelsey, our inquisitor and cheerful host, who is going to give away the points and hopefully, be fair and honest and.
Wait, hold on. That wasn't part of like what I signed up for. Fair?
Yeah, fair and honest. Maybe something else. Okay.
No, I'm literally picking based on who I like the most. Okay.
Okay.
Like, let's be real.
That's fair.
All right.
That's fair.
Okay. So, despite fan interest, I'm gonna stick with Chris here, just since he's already like on the host chair, and we haven't heard from him all night.
Yeah, it's been.
So,
missed him.
All right, so despite fan interest, Disney is not currently moving forward with season 2 of the Obi-Wan show on Disney Plus. Do you think this is the right move for the studio?
As long as we get some version of the Justice League in like the next DC movie, are we talking? I'm sorry.
Wait, that's not what I asked you. Boot him off.
I am
Get him
over here in
off
DC
now.
right now. All right, so we're talking. I'm sorry. You said Obi-Wan season 2. We're not getting.
No,
Not
Obi-Wan season 2. Like, do you care?
Yeah,
Turn
I'll
your
take.
brain off Superman
I
for
want.
like 2 seconds.
You're asking a lot. I will. It's unfortunate. I definitely like. Given the chance, I'll take any Star Wars they want to give me. Of course. You could have that story, and then they don't have to do another one, and then we're still set with the Obi-Wan character. But would I want to see more stories of Obi-Wan's time on Tatooine? Before the events of A New Hope. Yeah. So it's upsetting in that way, but maybe they'll put it in a comic or something if they have other stories or a novel. I'll take it any way they give it. I'm an easy date.
What do you think, Brian?
I would echo Chris. When they first announced the Obi-Wan series, we were like, "What? This is not going to work." Because it was so dire that he must stay and watch over Luke. What's gonna get him off? Oh, Leia. Introduction of little Leia was, I think, a great idea, but I don't want to see a second season where something else big happens that pulls him away from watching over Luke. And was this exile worth it? Because you apparently can go off planet and do whatever you want whenever you want. I think everybody loved Ewan McGregor. Ewan McGregor loves Obi-Wan. If they could stage something on Tatooine still, that could work. But I'm content with what we got. You hear half the time people saying there's no new stories, same old characters. We don't need more of them. Let's bring something new in. Sure, let's bring something new in.
Oh yeah, that's fair. What do you think, Nick?
So I love Brian. I love Chris. I agree with both of them on a variety of levels. Here's what I think it is. I think if you look at it from a business standpoint, Ewan McGregor makes money. Ewan McGregor wants to do it. He wants to be a part of it. This is going to reel in a whole group of people that are like, yeah, I wasn't sure how I felt about the other one, but he's back. Let's go again. I will also say, a little bit contrary to what Brian said, because I agree. How many times do we go off planet? How many times do we find another thing? We mentioned Timothy Zahn earlier in the show. Early on, our friend Brandon from Talking Bay 94 talked to Timothy Zahn, and he asked him, he said, what are some stories in the Star Wars galaxy that you'd like to tell? And Timothy Zahn himself said, I'd love to tell a story where Obi-Wan had to sneak across the galaxy and fake his death in order to sneak back to Tatooine and protect Luke. So we know he's had an offshoot with Vader. He's had a run-in. He's left one time. Maybe this is the opportunity to just tell a story like that, where he goes across the galaxy, makes a big noise somewhere else, and then creeps back to finish his mission watching Luke and that kind of thing. I think that could be a lot of fun.
I do like that. Pete, you have anything to add?
I if I'm honest, I did not love the Kenobi show. It didn't do everything I wanted it to do.
He hated chips too, Chris.
But it was really cool to kind of see some of the stuff that he did and that sort of thing. The only way I want to see it back, the only thing I would love to see is have it end with Obi-Wan killing Maul that we saw in Rebels. Let's see a live action version of that. Maybe connect the Maul Shadow Lord show to it somehow. I don't know, but find a way to get Maul hunting Obi-Wan, which might be a much more interesting. We haven't seen much of the Obi-Wan hunt from Maul. We just heard about it until the very end there. So yeah, let's make it sort of a mall show.
I
And
kind of feel like you just want this because you want to torture Sam Witwer and ask him once again for that scream.
yes, we need
Like,
that
it's just
scream
like, you know, the
in real
thing that
life.
like he hates doing the most. It's like, can you do that one more time? Like, please, I need that tortured voice.
Yes,
Like,
we
yes,
Say
yeah.
the thing. Please say the thing.
Say the
Yeah,
thing.
do it again.
Hey.
So I think I know, like, real quick, I gotta like interject. Like, my favorite San Diego Comic-Con moment was when I saw Harrison Ford for a panel other than Star Wars, and they came out and they were like, "Yeah, you're not allowed to ask him about Indiana Jones or Star Wars." And the first question, did Han or Greedo shoot first? And he literally goes, "I am never fucking coming here again." And that's what I feel like Sam Witwer, his energy with that scream. So like, I just gotta leave that there.
Nice.
All right, so I'm gonna get with you on the next. Exactly. So, Pete, I'll leave you here for the next
Okay.
one. So, all right. So a recent report revealed that Disney is not necessarily done with the sequels trilogy and that a spin-off may be in the works. Which character from the sequels would you most want to see more of and why?
I'm not going to say Finn because I'll save that for Chris. I would love to see a Poe movie. I'd love to see him showing us that he is the greatest pilot in the galaxy now that Han is gone. I would, I think, sort of leading one of the squadrons or whatever. Maybe you tie it to Poe and imagine if you will, Oscar Isaacs and Ryan Gosling in the same movie flying X-Wings. I mean, you will never have to ask your wife or girlfriend again if they want to go see a Star Wars movie because they will be there before you. So I think that is the combination that we need. Let's see Poe from the sequels doing his thing in an X-Wing and Ryan Gosling also in an X-Wing. I'm all for that.
You know what? Like, I mean, some women are into gruffer men than that. Like, they're too pretty. All right, give me Harrison Ford every day. Nick, go ahead.
I'm sure they can put a gruff man in there for you. Sorry, I'm out.
So at this point, I want a Bulio prequel movie. I want Bulio. I want Mark Cumberbatch doing the voice. I want to hear everything Bulio did leading up to that fateful moment when his head got plopped on the middle of that table.
Oh my gosh.
Where did he work? What did he do? What did he do in the off season? Like this is where it's at. Give me a Bulio prequel movie, prequel to a sequel to the sequel trilogy. That's it. Full stop. There's nothing else to talk about.
The Bulio movie.
You want gruff and handsome? Bulio.
Unbelievable.
2 for 2.
Unbelievable. Brian, go ahead.
Chris, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think Maz Kanata has been featured much in the comics.
High Republic era.
She has got 1,000 years of colorful characters that could tell innumerable stories. And you're talking sequel spinoffs other than the Rey movie, right?
Yeah. That's where they're coming from, I believe. Yeah.
I would like to see something from Maz Kanata's history, rich history.
Yeah, she had some cool adventures, like in the High Republic era, in the High Republic Adventures books by Daniel Jose Older. And I would love to see more stuff because that one was a little more YA ish. So something else. Little.
I kind of feel like Chris, you're piggybacking here. You want?
No.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
no.
okay.
I'll just helping Brian out a little bit.
No, but like I like it.
Look, me saying Finn is a given. So I would say I need to know more about the First Order, not just the First Order, but the Sith Eternal. I need stories that show that hierarchy and how they're done. Like there's stuff that I've read. I'm pointing to my books. So there's stuff that I've read in the I guess the art book and whatnot, as far as what the hierarchy is like. But these guys like stab each other in the back to get to ascend in that order. And I want to see more of that, before they were all destroyed, or maybe show remnants of them or something like that. So that would be something that I would love to see.
Roger.
I like that a lot.
Is this Nick or Pete on the last? Sorry, got thrown off by the comments.
I think Chris was last.
Yeah,
okay.
Chris was last. Yeah,
Chris was last.
I went first. Yeah.
All right, then Chris, you're gonna go with the next one. All right, so Andor's Tony Gilroy recently commented on Skeleton Crew and Dawn of the Jedi, with the underlying tone being praising creative freedom. Do you think this is exactly what the franchise needs, or do you like the tried and true ode to the serials that Lucas loved in the past?
I'm sorry. So wait, I'm sorry. What did Gilroy say again?
No. He basically was praising like their creative freedom. I'm asking, do you think this is like a positive comment, or do you think that like what George Lucas, because he loves his like ode to his old serials. Do you think that formula works better, or what's going currently?
Yes to both. Do that and do new stuff. Why? There's no need to stick to one style of doing things, even though it is what George Lucas did, and that's how Star Wars was started. But it can expand, and it needs to expand. There's no way that it's going to endure if it does not grow and expand and tackle other genres and storytelling types. So yeah, keep going forward and keep moving outward. Don't get too goofy. Never come to Earth. But past that,
right?
Absolutely.
All right, Nick, what do you think?
Roger.
I agree with what Gilroy says. Like, we should branch out. We should do things in a lot of different ways. Have something for kids. Have something for adults. I've said it too many times. Matt, this is for you. This is your drinking moment. Andor is my Star Wars West Wing. It's the thing that is for adults. It's a different audience. There's a great clip of Patton Oswalt. There's a great Patton Oswalt clip that's circulating right now. He was on Jimmy Kimmel. Diego Luna was hosting, this last week or two. And he talks about how great Andor is. And every word he says is spot on. This is somebody who loves Star Wars as a Star Wars fan. Skeleton Crew is great. Target audience. Sequel trilogy movie, whatever we're going to get next with Rey. Mando and Grogu movie. Everything. We all the time. Pete's been one of the biggest proprietors of pushing, everybody has a different window and door. What Jack gets into Star Wars with is not what got me into Star Wars.
Right.
Keep doing it. Spread it out. George Lucas is great. His vision is amazing.
Roger.
We wouldn't have any of this without him. But the reality is there's space out there for all of these things. Keep going. Spread it out. Do as much as you can.
Brian, do you have any thoughts on this one?
Nothing new to add.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Pete?
Yeah, I mean, not a ton to add to that other than to say it's, I think that's the biggest challenge with Star Wars fandom. Sort of what did Anakin say to Shmi? You say the biggest problem with this universe is nobody helps each other out. I think the biggest problem with the Star Wars universe is everybody's got to have a favorite and refuses to accept that you can have a Skeleton Crew in the same galaxy as a Mandalorian and Grogu, as a Andor, and I think again
Lego Star Wars
the
Lego Star Wars specials.
100%. But I think that's one of the interesting things about where we are with Star Wars right now is there is so much stuff, and I think it speaks more to Star Wars as a genre. It has gone from being science fiction or space opera or space western to its own genre. So now you can do a Star Wars western, a Star Wars murder mystery, a Star Wars comedy, and I think it all works. And yeah, give us more of it. And you know what? If you don't like one of them, that's totally cool. You can move on, and you don't have to be a jerk about it. So
good points. Good points.
Other than the Acolyte, you're not allowed to like the Acolyte because that was trash.
You know what? Sorry, with that final comment though, you know what? You almost won the game twice in a row, and then no, Nick gets the final edge because what is wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you? Even as a joke, just shut up. We're tired of the Acolyte trashing.
I know, and I don't mean
the floor
most
is yours.
of it.
Let's shut Pete up real quick.
I'm gonna take this moment on the floor to, first of all, Matt, you're right. My West Ring tramp stamp or the hat that you sent. It's still got the tags in it, by the way, from the NBC studio store.
Nice.
So, Matt, taking care of us, always looking forward to us. Pete's wrong. I'm going to use my minute to say Pete's wrong.
Wow.
Shut up.
He's always wrong.
He's
usually wrong.
Just when it comes to the Acolyte and, of course, Obi-Wan.
Yeah. I mean, Obi-Wan, this is what we call loud wrong. It is... Here's the thing. There's enough Star Wars for everyone. And this is what I use most of my minutes on the times I've won this game. Some kids like Rebels. Some kids like Clone Wars. Some kids like Resistance. I don't like Resistance. I barely That's it. That's the rest of my
time. Let's go, Brian.
I see the rest of my time to Brian.
I have a new favorite show guest, all right? Let's just leave that there.
We're done.
From now on.
Oh, man. Well, hey, this has been a little bit longer than a normal show, but I think we had a lot of fun. We did some trivia. We did some news. Everybody got their opportunity to give me shit for something, which is fine. Probably well deserved.
Always necessary.
Although, Pete, I will say you inspired me. I finally got my collection up.
Oh my goodness!
Look at those helmets. Oh my gosh.
Let's go, Brian.
That's nice, Brian.
Brian's always welcome back. What a champ.
100%.
Brian is always there. So
can I replace you with Brian?
Well, when I'm on vacation in a couple of weeks, you're going to need somebody. So bring Brian in. So there you go. But yeah, so thank you all for hanging out. This was a lot of fun. This was a much needed respite from the real world, as it has been over the last couple of weeks for a lot of us. So thank you very much, everybody who hangs out with us, everybody who's part of the show. And joins us every single week. Again, I'm going to push the new shirt show or the new shirt shop because we got some cool stuff in there. We've got C-3PO as a monster is back.
Yep.
And
shit.
And it's coming back. So go check that out. But also go to broaxiomoutpost.com to get all your Star Wars, whatever you want, comic books, action figures, lightsabers, helmets, it's all there. And use ATG10 to get 10% off your first order. Chris, is there anything new in the shop you want to talk about this week?
No, nothing new right now.
All right.
Things. Oh, don't get me started. Yep. But still help.
Yeah,
help me
go
out.
buy shit. Go. Hey, we say it all the time. You're gonna buy it anyway. Buy it from Chris. Do you like the show? I know you do. Buy it from Chris. Okay, excellent. Nick, what do we have going on next week? I know we have something, but I'm not 100% sure.
That's all right. I've got you. Next week, we are excited to welcome back a good friend of the show, somebody we haven't had a chance to talk to in the last minute or two. Our good friend Matt Grant from Blue Band Milk.
From the other side of the planet.
Yes. From the other side of the world, coming to us live from Australia next Thursday night.
Our good spiders and all over there.
That's right.
Lovely winter.
Australia, where everything wants to kill you. Our friend Matt.
Monster Island.
We're going to talk about Star Wars. We don't know what we're going to talk about. Probably Foster's Australian lager, all those important things. But yeah.
Was that beer? Was that beer?
It is.
Yes.
Gigantic beer.
The big, blooming onions, whatever it is they do in Australia, shrimp on the barbie.
Wow.
I just want to thank Andrew Galen again one more time. He's our latest patron, and he says thank you for the show. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. And to all our patrons who join us every week. And yeah, next week, join us to hang out with Matt Grant. My goodness, I can't wait to speak to him. Brian, is there anything you'd like to push? Anything you're doing? Anything your wife's doing? Anything, anything else? I don't know. Wherever you'd like to hang out, where can people keep? And I like your Pip shirt, by the way.
It's Papaya.
Oh, I get it.
I love it.
It's a Holly Fry original.
That's awesome.
She's the best.
Big fan. She's the best.
I'm going to be rocking my watermelon shirt at work tomorrow because we're having a luau themed blood drive.
Perfect.
And
Nice.
The watermelon Hawaiian shirt, also a Holly Fry special, will be going to work with me tomorrow.
I wore that to the picnic last week.
Love it.
I'm just half moth on blue sky. Nowhere else.
Nice. Go hang out with him. Okay, so that answers the question, because I was trying to figure out where Andrew was from. It makes sense that he's from Australia because he's watching us in the morning. So
yeah, but it's still, man. No,
yeah.
No.
Most
still
can't kill you.
Most.
But when you've got crippling arachnophobia, that place is a nightmare island.
Yeah.
And I've told Matt Grant a million times, your country's beautiful. I'm never ever
trying to kill me.
Yeah, I'm never going. I'm never going.
Oh man, I was happy because I had the chance to be there, and yes, it is absolutely beautiful, and you do want to go when you get the chance. But yeah, that's just wear armor or something, you'll be fine. So well, we've rambled quite enough. So Nick, as we say every week, may the force be with you
always.
Just one more round, friend, then homeward bound, friend. Don't forget me in your dreams. Just one more song, friend, and then so long, friend. The nights get shorter, it seems. Just one more rhyme, friend. Yes, it's a crime, friend. But you know time, friend. Time can fly. So it's good night, friend. Good night, but not goodbye.